This is SmorgasBorgnine with another First Impressions video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Far Cry 4. This game was developed by Ubisoft Montreal with Red Storm, Shanghai, Toronto, and Kiev, published by Ubisoft and released to Steam in November of 2014. They didn't give an exact date, I can't tell you why. Basically this game is very similar to Far Cry 3. It does have an online and offline mode in the campaign. And you can actually do the little Chronicles thing on the right there. I haven't really messed with that much, being a First Impressions video. I can tell you I've made it through the main campaign by myself. This game really... I don't know who wants to play Far Cry to play multiplayer. I'd rather just solo it and, find things on the map and just kind of go at my own pace. So I much prefer playing single player on these types of games. Basically, I'm starting here at a hub. Basically, every time you capture a base, you get a hub out of it. One thing that's kind of nice is you can auto-sell all your crap, and you can refill all your ammo at once. This is the inventory system here. You can actually unlock a lot of sidearms, larger weapons. This is kind of a RoboCop gun you get from Uplay. Yes, this game does require Uplay, I'm sorry. I wish Ubisoft would figure out that nobody likes that, but what are you going to do? You do get a lot of customization on most of these weapons, except for the signature weapons are basically, they come as they are. But basically a lot of them you can add different attachments, you can change the colors, different things like that. Signature are special weapons that typically do have some things pre-configured. Some of those are actually pretty nice. You can also buy the maps here. You'll get a lot of money in this game. Money was not going to be a problem for very long. In fact, the bigger problem is going to be getting a wallet big enough to hold it all. Here's your radial system to select your different weapons, and you can get some syringes that'll improve like your hunting, different things. You got some throwing knives, you can throw meat to attract animals, Molotov cocktails, and you can hold up to 4 base weapons once you've crafted a pouch that can actually carry all 4. This is the map. There are 2 sections. I'm actually in the second section. Halfway through the campaign you'll unlock there's a bridge that separates them. You'll have to complete that mission to be able to cross the bridge. Basically, you've got some outposts, all kinds of little side missions like gathering letters, destroying propaganda, finding loot chests. Those are little diamonds. That's an outpost I'm pointing at right now. And the little letters like that Y are missions. And you can also see what animals are predominant in different areas. You can also replay any of the bases if you want to try to better your score. I know in Far Cry 3 it kind of got boring. Sometimes it was nice to have some enemies around. You can unlock skills. It doesn't take very long to be able to unlock most of these. Some of them are gated behind completing certain missions. And they are linear, so you have to unlock the one on the left before you can get the one on the right, on the opposite side, vice versa. Here's all your little bags and basically being able to carry different types of ammo and weapons. You do have to skin animals to be able to do that. You progress here, you can see how many towers are left, how many fortresses are left, outposts, missions, things like that. And collection and tactics. Tactics basically can let you figure out the story again and go through tutorials. Take down some enemies. Basically, these red jeeps are always going to be the enemy. Some pretty cool fire effects here. So take this guy down. There we go. Oh, get run over. Nice thing about this is when you're getting a car, you can actually set it to auto drive. You can also turn off the radio by hitting minus. You can use your sidearms and stuff while you're in the vehicle. This grenade launcher is actually very helpful. But the radio is horrible. I can't stand the guy's voice and he's annoying, so hit minus to turn that off if you want. I'm going to speed through this little thing here. You don't want to see me driving. But if you've picked a waypoint, you can hit shift on the keyboard and it'll just auto-drive you to the next area. So, as long as it's near a main road. Once you get off the road, it'll make you drive manually. So I'm going to try to take over a base here. You see some speakers on that pole there, those are the alarms, and it looks like they're blindly firing mortars. That's what that sound is. I'm using a camera here, and if I can spot somebody, they'll be marked and I'll be able to see them even when I'm not looking directly at them. They have the little icons above their heads. That'll indicate what kind of enemy they are. Take out that alarm. There's a sniper up there. He's got the crosshairs. Those are targets you want to take out pretty quick. If you spot somebody with a scope and just hold it for a couple of seconds, it'll mark them. You don't have to necessarily use the camera. The camera does have the zoom ability, and it tends to mark them a little faster, so that's why I'm so prone to use it more than the sniper scope to try to mark the enemies. So as you can see, this game has gorgeous graphics and foliage. One weird thing I ran into on this game, it's got some bugs. A lot of people were complaining of stuttering. I've done some of the fixes that they recommended for that. It hasn't really been a problem for me. One thing that's kind of weird though is if I have a controller plugged in, I like to use Xbox 360 controllers on different games. If it's plugged in, it's going to cause you problems. It'll cause the story not to advance. Things you try to mark on the map won't give you a waypoint. If you accept a mission, it's like there's a weird polling issue or something. I don't know. But definitely you'll want to go with mouse and keyboard if it starts giving you problems. And based on my experience, it's almost guaranteed to. And I'm playing this game in January and February after it was released in November, so I don't know how close they are to fixing all the problems on this game. So anyway, there we go. Some of these guys will be animal trainers. If you want to sick some animals on the enemies, it's a good idea to take care of those guys first. Otherwise the animal won't actually attack them. Got a heavy guy there. And I've got silencers on my assault rifle and on my pistol. And on my sniper rifle, so I can get through here pretty easily without being detected if I play my cards right. If things go to pot, I do have a grenade launcher. The nice thing about the grenade launcher I have is it's considered a sidearm, so I can actually use it while I'm in vehicles. And it has a lot of ammo now that I've gone a little further here. So you can throw rocks to draw people. I just threw some bait, maybe draw an animal towards them. It sounds like we got a leopard or something gonna try to come at him. Oh, he got that guy down. Nice. So the animal did take one of these guys down. The thing about animals on this game is the eagles are a pain in the butt. They'll just attack you out of nowhere. Okay, they saw me there. So it's time to break out the grenade launcher. Probably not going to be able to take this one silently. Now. I've disabled all the alarms, nice, and I finished this off before they can call in any reinforcements, great. So now this area is under my control, so I can use it as a safe house. Fast travel to it. Basically, the game's story is you're basically joining up with a resistance movement. Destroy that propaganda poster. You join a resistance movement. You're here to try to basically dispose of your mother's ashes. That was a ability to replay the mission if you want to replay taking over the base. Anyway, you're trying to dispose of your mother's ashes, and you get caught up in this big civil war that they're dealing with. And they've got a bad guy who's kind of a big deal, kind of like Far Cry 3. He's more fleshed out than your character. Again, like Far Cry 3. So, yeah, it really compares quite a bit to Far Cry 3. It doesn't do a whole lot different. It's basically the same game, just with more missions and a bigger map. If you like Far Cry 3, you're going to like this. If not, probably not the game for you. But as you can see, this is where we're at with the Far Cry series. So for my final impressions on this, it's going to be mixed. It's a fun sandbox, large map, and a lot of side quests. Beautiful landscapes, great mechanics. Has a lot of bugs, and it still requires Uplay. And it doesn't innovate much. It's basically the same game as Far Cry 3. That's what you're going to get on this one. Anyway, that's my video, so please check out my other videos. Leave me a comment. Like the video. Let me know how I'm doing. And be sure to subscribe. Thank you.